やっほー、キキです。今日はスペシャルゲストにお越しいただいて、もっとマレーシアのことだったり他の国のことについてもちょっとお伝えしたいなと思って、過去にこのハウスメイト紹介シリーズっていうのをやったんですけど、ハウスメイトのバナとマルタはアフリカの国から来てましたよね。今日は私のクラスメイトを一人お招きして、そのクラスメイトの出身の国だったりとかマレーシアについてどんなことを思っているのかっていうことについて聞いていきたいと思います。では登場していただきましょう。 This is Simon! Hello! サイモンは私のクラスの唯一のヨーロッパから来た留学生で、私と同じインターナショナルビジネスマネジメントを勉強しています。で、今日はサイモンに主にスウェーデンについて、またスウェーデン人の彼がなんでマレーシアに来たかについてインタビューしていきたいと思うので、ぜひ最後までご覧ください。 Let's start! Are you ready?
Sure.
First of all, please introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Simon Johansson, Simon Johansson in Sweden. I am 27 years old, and before I came here to study, I essentially was working for many years. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Can you tell me about the Sweden, like food, climate, or famous holidays and so on?
Of course. So in Sweden, the climate is very variant, depending on where you live. So in the very north, you can actually have somewhere around minus 40 degrees.
So cool.
And that's on average. So it can even go down to minus 50 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
Where I come from, which is down in the south, we get about minus 10, but we have a lot of sea winds. So because of that, it kind of matches the coolness of the north as well. I will say like the history of Sweden is that we have always have kings and queens, and we still have it until this day. So we still have the entire royal family. The food, I would say, in Sweden is we have a lot of seafood as well, but it's different from Japan. In Sweden we have a dish that is basically salmon, and then you have shrimps inside of it, and then you have this sauce around it. So it's a very nice dish. So we don't only have meatballs.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, true. You have a lot of seafoods like salmon, shrimp, and so on.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, that's good. Do you have like any famous place or festival?
Well, I would say a famous place would be maybe the province that I come from, which is, it used to be Swedish first for many years, and then the Danish, they attacked and then they took over this place.
Oh, really?
So this entire province was Danish for a few years, and then the king marched down and he took it back. So because it was occupied for so many years, our accent kind of changed. So it should speak different with a different accent that makes it a little bit harder for people from Stockholm, like the capital, to understand me.
Okay. So how would you say hi, I'm Kiki in Swedish?
You would say hey, mitt namn är Kiki, or you can say hello, mitt namn är Kiki.
Hello, mitt namn är Kiki.
Yeah.
Is it?
Or you can say tjenare, mitt namn är Kiki.
Tjena, mitt namn är Kiki. Is it correct?
Not very close, but
Okay, thank you. Do you have like any fun facts of Sweden?
a fun fact about Sweden. Let's see. There's many things that we have that we can say. So we have a day that is only dedicated for a bakery.
Okay.
So it's called Semlans Day.
Semlans Day.
Yeah. So on that day, every Swedish person basically needs to eat a semla.
Okay, what's the semla?
A semla is kind of like, it's a bakery with a very soft bread, and then you have whipped cream inside, and then you close it with a little bit of like the bread on top, and it's quite big.
It's quite like, you mean sweet?
It's very sweet, yeah. So I believe that many Japanese will love that. So if you are in Sweden during that day, you should definitely take one. And
So you have to eat on that day.
oh, you don't have to, but it's recommended. They only serve it during that day, so you cannot get it any other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's in many places where you go to stores and stuff like that. They will actually bake it, and then you can take it for free.
Okay.
So you can get it for free. So there's no reason why not to take it.
Where is that?
It's during February, if I'm not
February.
mistaken.
Okay. It's like, what kind of like people will love Sweden?
I think Sweden is such a good variety of things they can do.
Okay.
So I believe that anyone can actually find what they want to do in Sweden. So if you are into hiking, you can go to the very, very north and then you can hike. You just need to bring clothing. But if you like more cities and stuff like that, you can go to either Stockholm, which is a very, very big city. It's the capital. You can go to the Royal Castle. And you can actually go into one of the wings inside the castle, and you can see how the royalty lives.
That's cool. That's so
And
interesting.
then you have Göteborg, which is the second largest city. There you have a very, very big amusement park that you can go to. It's really, really fun to be there. And Malmö, which is very close to where I live, is the third biggest city, and there you can see a very nice harbor. You can see a very old castle, and in all three cities, all the buildings are very, very differently made than any other place in the world. So they look very, very Scandinavian, which is Norwegian and Danish and Swedish houses. They almost look the same. So it was big difference from Japan and Sweden in that sense.
That's good. So like people who love nature, people who love cities, all of them can enjoy Sweden.
Everything is there.
That's good. Okay, so now change the topic. So we could know a lot about Sweden, but Sweden and also Malaysia is kind of like opposite country, right?
Oh, yeah.
So why did you choose Malaysia to study?
Well, me personally, I have always wanted to work abroad, and unfortunately, when I wanted to do all of this, and when I selected Kuala Lumpur to do so, COVID kind of hit, and the only way for me to do something was to study. So I kind of felt like I would study, and then I will get another degree that I can have, and then I can widen my work scope.
So like, if when you wanna work in abroad, you might have a lot of choices, right? Why did you choose Kuala Lumpur? Why did you choose Malaysia?
Kuala Lumpur is a very, very cool city. It's very different from many cities around the world, and I don't know. It was just something about Kuala Lumpur that called for me.
Okay, that's cool. You have been here more than 1 year, right?
Yes.
And so like, you might have some expectation before you came to Malaysia. But at this moment, what do you think about Malaysia?
I think Malaysia is a very cool country to be in. It's very different, of course, from Sweden. When I came here, it was minus 15 or something, and then I came to plus 36. So I was dying basically. But it's very, very a cool city. They have or country. They have good food, good cultures, good people. Kuala Lumpur itself is very, very different from my hometown, which is only 13,000 people. So from 13,000 people to millions of people is a big change for me. But it's a good change. I like, to test new things.
Oh, that's great. So like, last question. What is the special things of Malaysia that you've never seen in other countries?
That must be the religions that they can live in such harmony. I have an example from my apartment that I'm currently staying in. There's a mosque very, very close, but there's also a church very, very close. So these two big religions, they can, be so close without disturbing each other. They are respecting each other, and things like that is quite amazing to see.
I think so too. It's like so unique, right? It's so unique to like people who have different language, who have different religion, but they live together and respect each other.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
true.
It's very special.
So thank you, Simon, for answering my all questions.
No problem.
ということで今日はたくさんスウェーデンのことだったりスウェーデンのサイモンがマレーシアについてどう思うのかっていうことを聞いてきました。If you have any questions about not only Malaysia but also Sweden, please leave the comment below. And if you like this video, please give me a like and also subscribe. Thank you for watching. Ciao!
Bye.